All right, welcome everyone to the second game of this Friday night doubleheader in this Hoosier North Conference edition of Triton Trojans basketball. I'm Andy O'Hara alongside Kenny Barnhart and the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler here for the Triton Trojan Sports Network. First up for the host Culver Cavaliers. The Cavaliers were a team that really improved last season, and though they didn't have quite the winning record to this point, this is a group that plays hard game in and game out. They average around 42 points per game on offense, and on defense allow an average of 46 per game. Kyle Evans in his second season as the head coach at Culver. He's been successful, and we saw that when he was at North Judson. And he's really been growing this program down here at Culver. Make no mistakes, they will do all they can to defend their home floor here tonight. The last time these Trojans played on this floor, they won a sectional championship. They played hard, and they play hard all season long. They're trying to gain their rhythm as a cohesive unit. Offensively, they have a high-octane offense, and they're a senior-laden group who's been tested all season. In this final game before Bi County next week, the Trojans are wanting to gain momentum before this group of seniors get ready for their final Bi County tournament. Tonight, Jason Groves and these Trojans look to get back in the win column and get their second conference win of the season. You know, when I was writing that out last night, I said, get back the win column, because we didn't play Winnemac Monday. It's I had to look again. I'm like,
when's the last time we played?
Yeah,
it's been a little while.
It's been a little while, but still, Kenny, we've watched this group and we saw them have bad moments and good moments. I mean, this group can make the adjustments on the fly, and I think tonight that's going to be important.
Yeah, if you look back at that Glenn game, right off the bat, Glenn come out there with that good pressure defense and just took the ball right to him, and Trojans got behind. But then after they got behind, and then they started going at it, you look at the rest of those 3 quarters of that game, they were tit for tat. Yeah, tit for tat for going right with Glenn. So a good caliber team like that, if you can get that figured out. So tonight, same deal. Don't get behind. Just, play the ball, play it right. Just stay right with it, and then should be able, no problem.
And Culver's an athletic group. I mean, you got Jalen King and Emiliano Ortiz, I just botched his name, Emiliano Ortiz. A couple athletic guys. They got some guys that they may not be tall, but they're strong. I mean, these guys play offensive line. When we see the kind of offense they run for football, they run that option off. These guys are strong guys that they're not afraid to make contact. The Trojans may not be as big down low, but we see guys like Cole McKinney can throw his weight around. Mm-hmm. Guys like that down the post, I think, are going to be important tonight. How they're going to go against this Culver team.
Yep.
In this one, Triton favored 58-37 last season. Triton won 59-32 on their home floor. So, like I said, this is a tune-up before Bi County. Because Triton will start off against LaVille.
Yep.
And if the Trojans were able to advance, you got Argus and Bremen. It just gets tough for all the rest of the way.
Yeah, because with that other matchup, getting past that LaVille game. So, do have a side note then. If you didn't catch us on the girls' feed there for that on that Monday night, we will be. It's JV night, be the girls and boys, but LaVille does not have enough to field a JV girls team, so the Triton will automatically advance to the Wednesday night. So our JV boys game on Monday will be at 6:30. So a little bit side note that got changed here today. And then on Tuesday night will be a varsity night. Girls starting at 6:30, boys follow around 8. And then depends on the winners and whatnot, how the rest of the schedule goes. But we'll probably be camped up there all week next week.
Which we've been used to that before.
Yes.
Hey, we know at least LaVille does a great job hosting that tournament and making sure that we had everything we need, make sure we're all set. So it's not real hard to camp up there, And
it was one of those things. No sooner we found out with LaVille, our next question for us is when we're going to broadcast, and I think we got that almost immediately within an hour. That you guys come on right on up and take care of it.
So looking forward to call that. We're about 2 minutes away. You were quiet during the girls' game. You got anything you want to add here for the?
Not really.
I figured you saving up all that conversation for this one. Figured you're getting all fired up over there. Man, between you and Anna, both of you, it's crickets tonight.
Oh, they've been around Travis too much.
Starting to wear off onto everybody. So that being said, up next, 2 conference opponents square off against one another in the second game of this Friday night doubleheader, and that's what's next right here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
Military service people work day and night to preserve our freedom as a nation. They ensure our peace by ignoring their own. Undoubtedly, these sacrifices and bravery deserve our appreciation. And what better time to show gratitude towards them than tonight? We would like to have anyone in attendance tonight stand and be recognized. Please give everyone a standing round of applause. Thank you for your service. Fans, please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Let's give a hand to the Cavalier players for holding our American flag for the team. All right, let's meet tonight's starters. First, for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Triton High School Trojans. Number 5, Cole McKinney. Number 10, Ashton Toledo. Number 20, Cole Lively. Number 22, Bruce Thompson. And number 24, Tyson Yates. The Trojans are coached by Mr. James Rose. For both teams to start, Bruce Johnson, Cole Shively, Cole McKinney, Ashton Oviedo, and Tyson Yates. The 5 out there for the Cavaliers: Ethan Keller, number 4, number 12, Emiliano Ortiz, number 20, Jalen King, number 32, Mason Herbert, and number 45, Marquez Anderson.
As the two groups get ready here. As Shively and Jalen King, 20 on 20, gets ready to get this ball game underway. As the officials' final instructions.
Kind of cleared out up here.
It did. It got empty here. I can sit down now. Jalen King knocks it away, and Oviedo runs it down, and Triton controls the tip. Yates now top the key. Goes to Johnson. And Culver moving well on defense.
They're really spreading it out. A little harder for Triton to get that ball swung around.
Finds Shively down low with the up fade, goes up strong. It goes off the bottom of the backboard, and Marquez Anderson gets the rebound. Keller up now about past the half-court line, hands off to King. Kicks it on over to Ortiz. Goes to Herbert. Jalen King with the up fade, works to the screen left. Goes to Herbert, works against Cole Shively. He's trying to get there. Keller's got it now. A lot of juniors and seniors for these Cavaliers is Marquez Anderson from the corner. I can't get that one to go, and Shively tips it to Bruce Johnson. Goes to Oviedo, the up fake. Kicks right back to Johnson. Triton trying to be patient with their passing.
Yates was open over a couple times underneath, but just could not get the path to the ball to get a good open path.
Yates spins around and gets the baseline runner to go. So Triton going to come with a little bit of pressure here. Yates now. It's Herbert guard against Johnson. Culver very patient. They're in no hurry here let their offense take shape.
And that might be kind of their game plan.
Ortiz with a nice adjustment and knocks it up at 2. Like I said, and I was kind of watching. This is a good 3 and I mean they're only 3 and 7. This is a good group. Yates now kicks into Bruce Johnson in the corner. Up fake. He'll try a corner 3 off the mark. Marquez Anderson with another defensive rebound. Keller hands off to King. Goes to Ortiz. Keller trying to direct Marquez Anderson and have him come out and get the ball in the left wing. Now to Ortiz. They work it around the perimeter all the way here to Jalen King. Now down to Herbert. Bruce Johnson caught to him. I think we're going to get a foul call on the Trojans on a reach.
So McKinney's going to pick up the Trojans' first foul.
Culver patient. Herbert works against Johnson. Yates almost knocks that one away. Keller, quick feed down to Anderson. Couldn't quite corral it. He'll throw it away, and Bruce Johnson intercepts it. Oviedo now in transition. Back to Johnson. Quick feed down to McKinney. Tries to feed it to Shiva. Marquez Anderson jumps in front of the passing lane and knocks it away. Keller now works the screen left. Goes to Ortiz. It's been good ball movement thus far for the Cavaliers as Jalen King attacks the basket, and he'll draw the foul and go to the line for 2.
So number 24, Tyson Yates, going to pick up his first team's second.
King goes to the line. Off the mark on his first free throw.
Which Culver boys got to do something the Culver girls get. Culver girls did not get to shoot a free throw that first game.
That is true. Yeah. I didn't think about that. King, empty trip for him. Is Oviedo patient. Work against Ortiz. Ortiz, a very athletic defender. Moves the floor well. Oviedo gets the three-pointer taken away. Now to Shively. He'll try a corner 3. Can't get that one to go. Tyson Yates with the rebound. Goes to Johnson. Three-pointer for the lead. Sends it home. Good ball movement. Yates with a nice offensive board. Those rebounds, I think, are going to be real important here tonight. Up to Herbert. He'll try corner three to answer back. Can't get the friendly bounce. Johnson comes away with it. On to Yates. To Shively in the corner. To Oviedo. Kyle Evans. We saw him run a pretty good team down there, North Judson, now here at Culver. And you see the intensity. He's doing it on the sideline right with him. In a suit and tie nonetheless. The foul will be on Culver.
Number 32, Mason Herbert, his first, team's first.
I mean, I imagine that's got to be uncomfortable doing that in a suit.
Ooh.
Just saying.
But the shoot should have been packed last night.
No joke. Feeds down to Shively. Goes underneath the basket, goes up strong and draws the contact. And Cole Shively will go to the line for two.
So number 45, Marquez Anderson, his first, team's second.
And Austin Zahner and Connor Large have to check in. Is that first free throw good? Connor Large comes in for Cole McKinney. And Shane Schumann will check in for Marquez Anderson. So Zahner and Schumann in there with Ortiz, Keller, and Jalen King. And Connor Large, the only substitution for the Trojans, as the other four starters remain on the floor. Shively off the mark. 1 for 2 on that trip. Puts the lead to 4. Keller gets freed up. He goes to the corner. Finds Zahner down low. The big man goes up strong with it. Can't get it to go. Tips it away. And Tyson Yates gets the defensive rebound. Accelerates past Ortiz, and he'll stop in the corner. Goes back to Oviedo. The up fake. Oviedo drives. Jalen King doing a nice job here in this first quarter on defense for the Cavaliers. Yates caught in the corner. Goes to Connor Large. Back to Johnson. Thought about it. Pulls back. Feeds it back to Large. Finds Oviedo alone for 3 on the far side. Can't get it to go. Too strong. Cole Shively with the offensive board. Yates steps through. Goes up off the glass and draws the foul. And he'll go to the line for 2.
Oviedo? You said Yates.
Oh, Oviedo. Well.
I was zoomed in, so I couldn't.
Oh, the clock's still running.
Oh, that's nice. Maybe they're.
Oh. Hey, clock's still running.
Hey.
Clock's still running.
There they got it stopped.
Only wasted 5 seconds. 10. Oviedo gets the second one to go. And they're going to fix the clock.
Back it up a little bit. So he missed that first free throw, didn't he?
Yes.
It was fixing a number. We had Ashton Zahner is 54. He's actually number 52.
In the lineup for the Trojans, number 12.
And Caden Graham will check in for Cole Shively. So Zahner inbound, full court pressure coming from the Trojans. As Ortiz goes back to Zahner. Up the floor to King. King will attack, goes up strong with the runner and gets it to go. Finds Johnson in the corner. Connor Large with it now, goes back to Bruce Johnson. 3-pointer again for Bruce. Can't get it to go. Tyson Yates touched it, but Jalen King swats it out of bounds. Yates will have to go to the concession stands to get that one back.
Yeah, he's just about there.
Goes to Connor Large, back to Caden Graham. Goes to Yates in the high post. Finds Johnson. Trojans got to keep that ball movement in check here. Culver doing a nice job flying to the basketball, and Yates draws the foul. He'll go to the line for 2. So the Trojans.
Yeah, they're struggling a little bit here. Number 22, Shane Schumann, his second, team's 4th.
Yates' first free throw's up. That one goes off the back iron. Triton, about a 57% free throw shooting team. Kind of having a hard time there from the free throw line.
Yep, just 2 of 5 right now.
Of course, that's on the season.
See Mr. Chick-fil-A checked in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Haynes is in. Happy New Year to you too, buddy. So 5-point ball game with the final 2 minutes of the first quarter coming here. Keller feeds it down to Herbert. In the corner to Ortiz. Really slowing it down. Herbert, corner 3 off the mark. Ortiz tips it to Keller for the offensive rebound. Jalen King thought about it, goes to Zahner. Zahner cross court, hot pass to Keller, who's got to corral it. They trap Herbert in the corner again, goes through Keller's legs. Cole McKinney trying to get there, throws it right to Ashton Oviedo. Oviedo goes up off the glass, can't get it to go. Caden Graham gets the rebound, goes up, gets it swatted away from Jalen King. The Cavaliers closed well there on the fast break as Tyson Yates off the mark on the three-pointer. Ortiz gets the rebound. Final minute here. Culver on the attack, finds Herbert in the corner. Spins, goes to Zahner. Now to Keller. He'll drive. Kick out. So Ortiz will drive to the lane, goes up strong with the left hand, gets the roll, and cuts that lead to 3. And the Cavaliers holding their own here in this first quarter. And travel as Triton turns it over by our count. They're second. Both teams with 2 turnovers by our count. It's Mr. Texas. Well, okay then. Did you see that, Orion?
No. My eyes aren't that good.
Oh. Haynes says it's Mr. Texas Roadhouse.
Not Chick-fil-A.
Well, hey, if he wants to bring us stuff from there too, I won't complain.
Yeah.
King down the right wing, working against Shively. He'll drive, stops on the baseline, goes to Herbert, knocked away by Tyson Yates. King and Yates go to the ground. Zahner and Oviedo, a lot of contact as it goes out of bounds. They say it went off of Keller. Boy, a lot of contact. Are we playing basketball or football? I mean, everybody, bodies flying everywhere. Good night. So 10 seconds now. Goes to Yates. Now to Oviedo. Feeds it down to Shively. Threads the needle up for Cole Shively and in. The Trojans will take that 5-point lead into the second quarter. Had to thread the needle there at the end of the quarter. Jeez. I mean, I don't know if that was going to get there, but you talk about the defense that Culver's came out to play. They have came to play here on Friday night.
Yeah, they really are just putting it right to them. You know, even outside the arc, garden right, you know, right within a foot of them, making it a little hard for Trojans getting that ball to make the swing around the outside arc. And hopefully, they can get that to free up a little bit if they're pulling that way out. You know, get that lane uncongested, maybe get some picks or something cutting through for back doors and something getting to work that way.
You know, they got to continue to be patient, be smart with your passes, just don't panic. Because, I mean, I'm telling you what, the defense that Culver's playing right now, you know, they did this last year in sectionals, and I said that's kind of my dark horse to make a little bit of a run. And, you know, that team, you know, Coach Evans has done a great job with these Cavaliers. I mean, they're playing good basketball. I mean, their defense is good, but
you know, they've only got just one player that's got 2 fouls, so really nothing too. Schumann's got 2. So
and really the 3 guys that have really guard the perimeter, and Ortiz, Keller, and Jalen King, none of those guys have fouls, and they are taking away that 3-point shot extremely well here tonight. Have a substitution for the Cavaliers here to start off the second quarter. As Oliver Morgan will check in, number 10. Triton's lineup unchanged with Connor Large, Cole Shively, Oviedo, Yates, and McKinney. As Yates working against Herbert. Ortiz kicks out to Keller. He'll drive. Back to Ortiz. Step back 3 on a 2 on the way, off the mark. Shively gets the rebound. Shively goes through, gets it knocked away, but we're going to get a jump ball call. And it'll stay right here with the Trojans, I think. Yes.
Yep.
Can't see the possession arrow down there from his angle.
Culver inbounded the ball at
true.
quarter break.
Always look just to double check.
Yeah, sometimes that doesn't help either.
Yeah, there's certain, I'm sure I'll get that conversation at some point. Yates now in the corner working against Herbert. Stops on the baseline. Controls it back. Oviedo will try another three. Puts it in. And Oviedo lifts the lid from the three-point line as Triton hitting their second three.
Yep, 2 of 7.
See what the Trojans do here on defense. This hard screen set there by Morgan. Back to Keller now. Goes to Herbert in the corner. He'll drive. Stops, kicks out. Jalen King will answer back with a three. Yates up to Oviedo. Back to McKinney. Connor Large quickly to Shively in the corner. He'll drive baseline. Goes through. We're going to get a blocking foul, I believe, coming here on the Cavaliers.
So number 10, Oliver Morgan, his first, team's 5th.
Johnson comes in, and Pizer will check in, number 11 for the Cavaliers. Hands off to Johnson, now to Shively. Finds McKinney in the corner. Oviedo gets freed up. Has a high arcing three as Keller closed him out in a hurry. Johnson with the putback, no good, knocked away, and they say it went off of Cole Shively, and the Cavaliers get it back.
Yeah, Oviedo either see the guy coming and just got it over so he didn't get blocked, or it got tipped. But uncharacteristic to see a Oviedo shot go like that.
Keller now caught in the corner, finds Pizer. Pizer drives. Strong drive off the side iron, no good. Gets his own rebound, gets caught underneath, and we're going to get a foul call. And now for the Trojans, just got to hold their composure here because,
yes, I think they're getting a little frustrated just a little bit.
And sometimes you don't get the offense to go where you want it to go. Just got to find a way just to settle down and take what the defense gives you, which we saw them do that against Logan Sport. They had to. Now it's kind of, as Wes was saying, it's just kind of an odd game.
Yeah, just the flow was just got no momentum.
Pizer off the mark on that one. Empty trip for the Cavaliers. Still looking for their first free throw to go. McKinney down to Shively, goes up off the glass and good. Keller now brings it up. Goes to Pizer. Now to Herbert, top the key. He'll drive. Leaves it for Keller. Kick out to Ortiz. Herbert now on the left wing. He'll put on the floor and drive. Goes up strong off the glass and answers right back. Yates now. Stops top the key, goes to McKinney. Now to Johnson on the left wing. Feeds it down low, and Pizer intercepts that one.
They're coming out with that good trap defense and just overloading that whole side, not letting Trojans get that ball to move anywhere else.
Pizer in the corner, goes to Herbert. Now to Keller. Yates tries to knock it away. Keller drives, picks up his dribble, reverses it back to Ortiz. He'll try to drive now. Loses his footing, but kicks it out to Herbert. Keller now trying to direct traffic. Goes to Ortiz, back to Keller. Culver's patient with their offense. Like I said earlier, they're just in no hurry. Oviedo knocks it away as Pizer goes to Keller. It's near the halfway point here of the second quarter. Triton leads by 5. Yates knocks it away. Shively up the court to Tyson Yates. He'll go up strong, up and in.
You say things for the Trojans. Just be patient also on that defense. When you get that opportunity to pick that ball, don't take long to get a point.
Let that defense create that easy offense. Herbert in the corner fires a 3 off the mark. Pizer gets the rebound. Back to Ortiz, dribble drive, attacks the basket, up and in. A timeout for the Cavaliers, the full timeout.
Yeah, this is a good, like I said, about halfway through this quarter, so a good stopping point here. Used to college, your 4-minute breaks. So,
yeah.
So
TV timeouts.
Use your TV. This will be turned into a full TV timeout.
Yeah, exactly.
So 2 minutes later, at least. So, yeah, a good time to get a little adjustment. You don't want Culver to come down here and get another 2 points, 3 points.
And Culver giving themselves, with Evans, I think that's a good time to take a timeout for them. I think he's taken 2, hasn't he? No, he is not. This is his first one.
Yep.
So, but I think it's a good timeout. Give your guys a break, and I think it gives them a chance to get Jalen King and I believe King and Marquez Anderson look to check back in. So, kind of get your guys back in the lineup because get those fresh legs out there. Jalen King's ran the floor extremely well. Marquez Anderson's owned his own down there underneath the basket.
Part of that, your adjustments, but yes, look on the other side, the encouragement. Hey, look what you guys are at. You guys are really, that defense is really working. You're holding your own and staying right with them.
And granted that Culver is down the board, but the momentum just seems to be on their end here. Here on their home floor, the Trojans kind of trying to find.
Watching those games, you always have that feeling. You have certain games that are a tight game, but you kind of know the outcome. This is one of those, just that feeling of this game. This Culver's going to be right in here with them.
Let's see what the Trojans can do to adapt and overcome here, and as they lead by 5. As Yates leads it for Oviedo. Johnson now, he goes to drive, retreats back. There's Oviedo now to Yates in the corner. Oviedo drives, it's ripped away. We're going to get a reach-in foul on the Cavaliers.
Cavalier foul number 20. Jalen King, his first, team 6.
So Culver 1 foul away from putting the Trojans in the bonus. Back to Johnson. McKinney calling for it in the high post. Finds McKinney again, and now it gets tipped away by Morgan. And the Cavaliers will bring up the floor. Another defensive stop for them as they've forced 4 turnovers here this evening by our count. Anderson up top the key. Feeds Keller. Keller up off the glass and good. The Cavaliers outscoring the Trojans after that basket here in the second quarter. Anderson gets called, I believe, called for the foul for Culver.
45, Marquez Anderson, his second.
And Kaden Graham will check in. So Oviedo gets the first one to go. As this game stays close, those free throws are going to be mighty, mighty important. Oviedo gets the second one to go.
He doesn't mess around shooting free throws.
No.
Get it done and over with. Let's go.
Don't sit there and think about it. Anderson up top the key, kicks out to Keller. King down the right wing. Pull-up jumper on the short corner off the mark. Bruce Johnson gets the rebound. The Trojans get a stop here. You got to go down and find a way to put that ball in the basket and shift that momentum. Cole Shively, pull-up jumper, gets that one to go. So the Trojans on the attack on a 4-0 run here. But like I said, you saw Culver get that last back to the Trojans, get 2 more. And Ortiz loses it, and Oviedo picks it up. He'll drive, reverse lay-in, and somehow the acrobatic Ashton Oviedo reaches into the bag of tricks and throws that one up off the glass somehow. I wouldn't call it a prayer. It's just
he looked up and seen where it was at.
I'll bet he's good at pool. Banking it.
Ortiz picked up his first. Ashton gets that other one.
It's the and one opportunity to go. So, like I said, get those couple baskets, get that momentum back on your side. And the Trojans.
Yep, now it's all up. 10-point lead.
Screen from Morgan. There's King now top the key. Throws it back. Ortiz tracks it down for it, crosses the half-court line. Yep. We're going to get a reach-in foul on the Trojans. And that was the same reaction between Groves and Oviedo. They both did the same little. Oh. Herbert and Zahner will check in. We talk about the Trojans' depth, but it's Culver with the lineup changes in quite a bit here tonight. Goes to King now here on the near side. Goes to Herbert. Loses it off his leg, fighting for it. It's caught in Cole Shively's legs. I'll stay right here with Culver.
Photographer's got to move out of the lane. Of course, we know that rule quite well.
Yes, well, at least Trent does. Herbert fires a 3 off the mark. Rebound goes to Shively. Shively takes off in transition, hands off to Oviedo. Back to Shively, corner 3 on the way. Can't get that one to go. Kaden Graham with the offensive board. Oviedo thought about it, steps back. King takes it away, and Oviedo trying to feed it down low. Thought he was trying to lead somebody. Unfortunately, Culver intercepts it there for the Trojans. So they take it away, trailing by 10 as Zahner goes up to big man off the glass. No good. Oviedo trying to get in there and take it away. Ortiz up, and he'll draw the foul and go for the line for an and one opportunity.
So 22, Bruce Johnson's going to pick up his first, team's 5th.
And Ortiz looks to make the team's first free throws. They're 0 for 4 in their 2 trips. Connor Large will check in. Ortiz's first free throw up and rattles in. Triton will slow it down. Put up 14 points here in the second quarter. Shively. Yates are going to wait. Groves likes to run these.
Yates just standing there looking at the scoreboard.
No shot clock. Take your time.
Now it's about go time.
King. Down to Large, feeds it to Yates. Had Yates wide open, and Connor Large threw it behind him. Play was executed well, just that last little bit.
Yeah, Yates had that. He had a free path to the basket.
Spin move by Keller, 3 seconds. Goes in the corner, finds Herbert with the up fake. He'll drive, goes up at the buzzer. They're going to say no shot as they went in. As they said, the shot was after the buzzer. And Evans not happy with that, but Triton will take a 7-point lead into halftime. They've got a lot of, see what adjustments they make here in the halftime locker room.
So we get a moment here. Looks like we'll have a little bit of halftime entertainment here. Had a drawing here, what do they say, about $500, but you had to hit a layup Free throw, three-pointer, half court. So we'll get stats here as soon as we can get them synced over also. There we go, finally got it. So Trojans shooting 7 of 10. Culver got 1 of their 5 to drop.
We have a winner.
Inside the arc, 6 of 10. Culver shooting 7 of 12. 3 points, 2 of 9. Culver 1 of 6, and unofficially 6 to 5 on the turnovers.
The Knox girls did end up beating LaVille 45-39. That was the only other conference game tonight besides the 2 here. The LaVille-Knox boys games got moved. I don't think they've rescheduled that. I think there was a COVID issue or something there.
And Judson and Winnemac was the other conference game playing tonight.
Ashton leading with 9, Coleshive with 7, Yates with 6, Johnson with 3. And there's a little issue with the Culver graphic, so we'll have to get that fixed here at halftime. Looks like Ortiz had 9, King with 5, Keller and Herbert each with 2.
So that being said, we'll take a break and be back here after halftime right here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network.
Hey, Carrie, you know how we like to say that high school sports are the purest form of amateur sports?
Pure spirit, pure sport. That's Indiana high school athletics.
Well, I learned something the other day that further proves that.
I'm interested. Tell me more, Chris.
Well, we all know what amateur means, but do you know the root of its meaning? It means for the love of.
Wow, you're right. That really does reinforce the idea that high school sports are the purest form of sport.
Fans, I'm IHSA Assistant Commissioner Chris Kaufman.
And I'm Assistant Commissioner Carrie Rosati.
If you want to watch sports in their purest form, get a ticket and go support your high school sports teams.
Everyone there, from the players and coaches to the fans and officials, they are there simply for the love of the game.
Pure spirit.
Pure sport.
This is pure spirit. This is pure sport. This is your IHSAA. This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Andy O'Hara alongside Kenny Barnhart, the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler, and got a guest appearances. We got Gavin back.
Yes, see that.
Hey, stop by, and good to have you back, Gavin.
Thanks. Good to be back.
So you watched this first half. Well, since you joined us here, what did you see here in the first half? Do you think the Trojans need to work on?
They need to try to work better on not having turnovers. There's a lot of balls they shouldn't have thrown. I saw, what's his name, Kaden Graham kind of got beat down the right corner. Have to be more aware of the player you're guarding.
I think if you're Culver, just keep up that defense as you've been playing. Because I mean, running the team off the 3-point line, they're making trying to beat them inside the 3-point line, and so far it's worked. They're staying in this game. So Johnson goes up to Yates, top the key. We're going to get our first foul call against Culver here to start off the third quarter.
So number 32, Mason Herbert, his second. Of course, team's first this half.
If you need that, there you go, pal.
Okay. I was looking at the wrong side.
Cole Shively reopens the bank and gets that one to go. And Triton strikes first here in the third quarter. So see if Culver can regain some momentum. So it kind of felt like that was kind of their half until Triton kind of woke up there in the midway through the second quarter. So Marquez Anderson goes on over to Ortiz. Now to Keller in the left wing. Herbert trying to get position on Johnson down low. Is King looking for it. Triton shuts it off. Now to Anderson. Kicks it back to Keller. That's one thing we watched in the first half. Culver's not in a hurry on offense as Herbert can't get the roll, and Cole Shively gets the offensive rebound. Gets past Ortiz, takes off, stops her top of the key, goes to McKinney on the right wing. Now to Oviedo. He'll pull away from three. Puts it in. Ashton Oviedo from the concession stand hits that one.
Yep, gets him 12 points.
Can't say the parking lot. That's on the other side of the wall.
Yep.
Ortiz now goes to Herbert on the far side. He'll work up top the key. Ortiz drives, kicks out in the corner to Keller. Keller down the corner, goes down to Herbert. Herbert backing down Johnson. Kicks out. It's Culver dribbling in, kicking out. They're just trying to wait to find that perfect shot and use some clock.
They're doing a good job moving it, but the passes aren't accurate, and that's taking them away from having good open shots.
Herbert catches it back as Marquez Anderson off the mark. Up to Shively. Patient goes up, gets it blocked by Anderson, and it'll stay right here. Austin Zahner will check in. I think Pizer's going to check in as well for the Cavaliers. If you get uncomfortable there, pal, if you need to, I can always stand up too.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay. You got those young knees, so I mean, I figured you can handle that. Bruce Johnson pulls away from three, puts it in, and Triton back-to-back three-pointers as Johnson lets the student section know how many that's worth.
I think that one kid they have in the front row is probably annoying them most of the game.
Well, it got pretty rowdy last night in the JV game.
Yeah, yeah.
There's some intense moments there a couple times. Austin Zahner from the corner puts it in for the Cavaliers. And Zahner, he can hit from the outside. Shows it there. Shively gets a high pass from the corner as they work it right back around, back on top to Oviedo. Finds Yates in the high post. Now goes down to Shively, adjusts, goes up, can't get the roll. Tipped around. Pizer controls the defensive rebound, and Triton stand right there with him. They got 10 seconds. They're wasting a lot of time as Keller, as Groves wanted someone up there to even extend that time, and no one home to slow down Keller. Zahner now in the corner, backing down Shively. Zahner just working the ball the way through. Goes to Ortiz, a corner three to answer back. Too strong off the mark. And Cole McKinney gets tied up with Pizer on the rebound. And we're going to get a foul on Culver.
Number 11, Joey Pizer, his first, team second.
Why is Zach messaging you on YouTube?
He is?
Yeah.
What's he saying?
Got
Coach Evelyn watching.
Yeah.
Appreciate the compliment.
Kind comments.
And Johnson in the corner, three-pointer on the way, off the back iron, no good. Cole McKinney, patient, goes right back up and puts it in with that second chance point.
Yeah, just that little pause got the defender to swing right on by, and nice, good look.
Triton's doing a really good job trying to make points off of misses. A couple plays ago, they're really fighting down when, I can't remember who had it, but when they almost took 10 seconds to get moving.
Yeah, and they waited, and, you know, Pizer was just kind of stuck down there, and it kind of froze him. You know, Triton has really adjusted well, and that's one thing we talked about all season, how well this team adjusts. Zahner gets Oviedo to leave his feet and puts it right back in. Zahner with the up fake. Johnson now. Goes to Oviedo. Works top the key. Drives, pull-up jumper in the lane. Can't get the roll. Bobbled around. Pizer reaches for it. Johnson hits the deck and takes it away. Oh. But here comes Keller knocking around. It's a hop 10. We're going to get a timeout for Evans. I hope he takes that suit to the dry cleaners as much as he moves around down there. My goodness.
Yeah, right there, and knew right when a good timeout. That possession.
And as we said, you know, with Coach Evans, we saw what he did with North Judson. Those were some really good teams there while he was there. I mean, every stop he goes in, the team gets better the longer he's there. I mean, you know, he gets this Culver team, you know, he's really brought this team to really kind of kick this team into gear, you know. I mean, like I said last year from me in sectionals, that was a team I was concerned with. I mean, that's a team that, you know, played with Argus there. You know, this is a team, don't look past them. You know, they have a tough start to Bi County with that John Glenn team that we saw a week ago. But Triton, another team that we saw the success they had. This is a senior-laden group. They know what to do on the floor. They just got to put it all together and let them move as one team out there on the floor.
Culver's 22 looks so much like Farrell.
I told Kenny, I think that's what I said pregame too, wasn't it?
Yep.
Schumann down low, goes up strong, and he'll draw the foul. Coach needs to leave his feet from the bench. Schumann will go to the line. Culver's having a hard time, only 1 of 5 from the free throw line.
So Connor Large is going to pick up that foul for the Trojans.
Schumann to go again. Gets it to go. Perfect on that trip. Haynes just said Glenn was up on Joe 36-30 at half. Appreciate that, guys. McKinney now picks up his dribble. Goes to Connor Large in the corner. Now to Johnson, back to McKinney. Feeds Yates at the free throw line. Down to Shively. Patient battles through. Shively trying to fight for the rebound. We're going to get a foul on the rebound. It might be on Culver here, and I think it is.
Yep. 22, Shane Schumann, his second. Team's second.
Shively now top of the key, hands off to Yates. Yates, hot pass in the corner to Johnson, steps into a three. Can't get that one to go. Jalen King elevates, swats it away. Zahner stays with it. And Yates trying to keep it alive, but couldn't quite keep it in play. And the Cavaliers take over. And you talk about adjustments. Culver kind of had a slow start to this half, but yet they're crawling right back in.
Right. Just 2-point differential, 10-8 scoring this half, or this quarter.
Keller loses the handle. Yates takes off. Reverse lay-in and good. Tyson Yates with the nice play. Cruise control, some turbulence.
Yeah, and he knew he was going to get close to that baseline when he caught that ball.
And one of my favorite things with Tyson is watching him run the fast break and go to the basket. I love watching Tyson drive. I wonder if he drives a car that well, too. Shively sends it back. And McKinney takes off. Triton's got numbers. Up to Bruce Johnson. Up and off the glass and good. Just as Culver starts to adjust, the Trojans mid-flight, adjusting again, letting that defense create those easy opportunities on offense.
Doing a good job getting back quick and putting it in the hole.
Keller now in the corner. Zahner working with Bruce Johnson. trying to get freed up. Down to Schumann, gets led down. He can't get the roll, swats it away. It's a fight as Bruce Johnson comes away with it. Johnson goes to the corner to Connor Large, the up fake. Connor Large goes baseline, finds McKinney. McKinney now backing down Xander, finds Yates in the backdoor, reverse lay-in's good. We've seen Tyson Yates and Ashton Oviedo with those reverse lay-ins and those impossible throw it up off the glass and in.
Yep, 10 points now for Tyson Yates.
King loses it. It'll be over and back call. As he touched it and his feet were on this side for the over and back call. Now he wasn't in mid-flight.
No, the biggest thing was couldn't tell is whether that actually come off of Shively's foot. Did it get sent back or what? Who actually last touched it?
But at the same time, it ate some clock. But like I said, what do you do in that situation? Oviedo drives, kicks it back to McKinney. Finds Kaden Graham, who just checked in, pulls back, goes to Oviedo. Steps into a contested three on the way. Almost gets the roll. Keller now brings it up against Tyson Yates. Kicks in the corner now. Herbert with the up fake as Connor Large loses his footing. Now to Anderson. Down to Ortiz. Loses it. We're going to get a reach-in foul, I believe, on the Trojans.
Yep. Ashton's going to pick up his second. Team's second.
Herbert in the corner fires a three. And can't get the friendly bounce. 16 seconds as Triton looks to hold for the final shot. Keller gets a piece of it. Oviedo's just weaving his way through traffic. Tipped around Yates now, 4 seconds. Goes with the runner contested off the mark. Ortiz has it, and that's going to do it. As Ortiz is going to heave it anyways. And Triton takes a 41-26 lead into the third quarter. Well, Gavin, since we got you, you've been doing some pretty neat things over there at college. At least some of those text messages you asked me questions about some of the stuff you've been doing. There's some pretty neat stuff you're doing. So what kind of things are you doing at school?
I had a reporting, writing, and editing class where I got to interview Coach Groves, Senior Connor Large, I got to talk to you, and Brent Cunningham, who's a student at Triton, and ask about how the team's prepared for this season. I got to also look into their stats and see what they're doing good at the early parts of the season. That was my final for the class.
Well, did you do okay?
Got a 94, I think.
Well, that's good. We want that plus margin.
Yeah.
Since Kenny's got the
Guys,
schedule up there.
While you guys are talking. Like I said, we're here at Culver tonight, and next week we live at LaVille, starting on Monday night with the JV boys at 6:30. JV girls got the basically forfeit bye, so Triton girls get to move on to Wednesday night. Then Tuesday night's varsity night, starting off with the girls at 6:30, and then the boys follow about 8 o'clock. And then winter, if of course JV girls will definitely play on Wednesday night, and if JV boys win on Monday night, they will play on that Wednesday night. And then Thursday will be varsity girls.
Win or lose.
Win or lose.
Same for the boys on Friday.
Yes.
And if you keep winning, you get to play on Saturday. But you know what I like most about Bi-County this year? I don't have to drive to Warsaw when we're done. Nobody knows how much I love my commute now.
And another thing, usually, so far looking at the weather forecast, Bi-County can usually be one of the coldest weeks of the year, it seems like.
It always seems that way, doesn't it?
It looks like next week's not going to be too bad.
As Keller goes to Morgan in the corner. Back onto Herbert. Hands off to Ortiz. Works with the screen left. See what Culver draws up coming out of the quarter break here. Anderson kicks out to Herbert. He'll put on the floor against McKinney. Hard screen by Herbert. Trying to free him up. Trojan bench trying to keep their defense in high spirits as it's a long offensive stand here, almost burning a minute of time on the floor. Herbert goes up strong, draws a foul, and one opportunity coming for the Cavaliers.
That was a good play to get contact and draw the foul.
So they're going to call that foul on number 24, Tyson Yates, his second, team's third. Mason Herbert has not been to the line tonight.
Team's 3 of 7. Herbert connects, but I believe the last 3 free throws have gone in.
Yes.
For the Cavaliers.
Slow start.
Down to Yates. Nice feed down to Kaden Graham. Banks open. Nice find by Tyson Yates with the assist, and Kaden Graham with a good cut. Ortiz for 3. Too strong. Anderson with the rebound. Goes to Herbert. Works against Cole McKinney. Graham now guarding. Coming closer to Keller. Works away from the screen. Reverses it back to Herbert. He'll step into a contested 3. Can't get that one to go. Kaden Graham cleans the glass on the defensive side for the Trojans.
That was really contested. Connor's right on him.
Down to Yates, goes up strong and draws the foul.
Triton's doing a really good job at working down to the blocks, giving them opportunities to get inside shots and even opportunities to get to the line.
And I think in this second half, they're moving inside that three-point line around the basket on that baseline. They're moving it a lot better. They're moving with a little more purpose. Like I said, this team adjusts so well. And you know, that just speaks to the testament of these seniors and how well they can adjust on the fly.
It's halftime at Winnemac. North Judson leads 33-25.
So we'll see them in a couple weeks at home, and the girls will be away.
See, that said that North Judson and Winnemac. North Judson at
or the girls will be at North Judson.
No, I mean the game you just gave the score.
I believe it's at
Winnemac.
It's at Winnemac, I thought. Keller now. That one goes away. The Trojans swatted out of bounds.
So you said the traveling trophy was being involved with that one?
Yes, that is right.
So the winner gets to take that trophy home.
Okay, tries to draw the charge, but Tyson Yates takes it away. He'll take off, flowing down the lane, and puts it in.
Tyson has so much speed. He does a great job using it to attack the rim.
And the other thing, he has that speed, but he can put on the brakes and cut into a different direction on a blink of an eye. King now, top of the key, checked back in a moment ago with Austin Zahner.
I like how Tyson shoots his layups. He goes underhand for them. I feel like it's more gentle, less likely to go out.
Herbert banks it in. And a timeout. As Evans will call a timeout. That's what Dad always taught us when we go to do our rebounds. Wanted us to do it underhand. Because when Dad taught us how to put that spin on the basketball when we go to the basket. That was something Dad always taught us. But Dad wanted me to play left-handed, even though first is right-handed. But I taught myself how to play both ways. But yeah, his big thing was to, like you said, how he scoops it up there and flips it in. You know, for me, if I went up overhanded, I usually either overshot or threw it too hard off the glass.
Yeah.
But Gavin, like I said, it's awesome to hear you're doing good, and you know it's good to see that your time with us kind of helps you do some of your stuff at college. We were glad to have done that and help you a little bit, and glad you're keeping us in the loop on how you're doing.
Yeah, it's good to still talk to you guys.
We haven't gone too far. I think I got closer.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's about the biggest change. Orion's really starting to get into his analysis. He's pretty good. I mean, in his jokes that he throws in at the perfect time. I think I laughed about that for about an hour after the game last night. I told Michelle I couldn't get it out because I was laughing so hard. Oh, my. We have fun, that's for sure. Anna, I think she wanted a break in this game. I think I don't see a student section, but I've seen her walking around.
He has traveled quite well for the Trojans.
Yeah. That's quite a few home fans. I always like coming to Culver. You know, they host so well all their sporting events. Oviedo, patient, goes back to Shively for a corner three on the way and can't get the roll. Johnson with the putback. Bruce Johnson saw where that ball was going, tracked all the way through untouched for the putback.
So he'll be the third Trojan in double digits. That gets him to 10.
Keller off the mark. Kaden Graham gets the rebound. We're going to get a jump ball call. And the possession arrow belongs to the Trojans. I remembered.
Kept track.
I kept track that time. Pizer will check in for Zahner.
Did you have your penny in your pocket?
Penny in my pocket?
Yeah. Sometimes some of the 5th and 6th grade games, when they don't have the best score table, the refs usually keep a hanky or something and they'll switch it themselves in their pocket.
Man, that's a pretty good idea. Honestly, I have never heard that. Cross court to Johnson, the left wing, down to Shiley. No look pass down to Graham, bobbles it, regains control at the glass, and an and one opportunity coming for Kaden Graham. That was a good find by Shively.
It was.
But Kaden Graham, the composure to hold, the kind of, the ball with the ball, concentration for regain possession to go back up with contact. It's a big play for the Trojans. Graham connects on the N1 opportunity. 3 points the old-fashioned way, according to Don Bell. Up to Pizer now. Cross court. Herbert. Three-pointer on the way. We're going to get a fouling. We're going to get a push-up on the rebound on Culver. And it is.
So Pizer picked up his second, team's 5th. So I didn't get that 3-point. That was Ortiz.
Yes. And over and back. Call on the floor.
I thought Anna said there was going to be a pep block tonight.
That's what I just said. I don't know what she's doing.
There's a few up over there.
She's standing down there talking. She ain't pepping. She's texting. Ortiz feeds it down to Morgan, kicks it out to Keller. He'll drive. Shots up no good, and Shively gets a rebound here at the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Trojans lead by 19. And Yates tries to drive and loses it out of bounds as Cole McKinney will check in.
Did he get confused? He seen the blue shirt, thought that was another Trojan, but it was the wrong type of Trojan?
You never know. King now on the far side. Leaves it for Morgan. Now to Ortiz, now to Keller. Knocked away by McKinney. Cole McKinney with some tight defense. Ortiz working now. 3.5 to go. Herbert gets it, but we're going to get a late whistle on the Trojans. As Kaden Graham will get called.
His first, team's 4th.
We didn't have a whole lot of fouls in the third quarter, but they're starting to kind of pile up here just a little bit here in the fourth. Keller tries to lead it, but he leaves it for Oviedo, and Oviedo goes up in transition, up and in. I think we're going to get a foul on Culver. Not sure what happened at the end of that one.
I'm not sure either.
They're going to say a push by Ortiz after the shot. So Oviedo gets to go to line for an N1 opportunity as Marquez Anderson checks in. Schumann and Zahner also go in, so they're going to go the big lineup. Trojans average about 54 points a game on offense. They've met that, just about to meet that total. As Oviedo gets that one to go 5 of 6 from the line as the Trojans shooting well, 10 of 13.
Yes, doing really well.
Three-pointer from Zahner off the mark. Oviedo gets the rebound. Trojans look to go here. Crosses it over, stops top of the key, goes to McKinney. Now to Yates in the corner. Down to Johnson on the high post. Cole McKinney, he'll dial long range. Back iron too strong. Zahner gets the rebound. And to Anderson, transition 3 on the way. Can't get that one to go. Tyson Yates with the rebound. Yates taking off, accelerates, goes up strong with the left hand, gets the roll. Tyson Yates somehow rolls that one in.
That was good.
I'm going to ask him if he plays pool. I'm just telling him, between him and Ashton, just the acrobat shots they put up off the glass just blow my mind.
But you watched his eyes the whole time, especially when he got past that free throw line. He was looking to go whether he needed to pass that ball or whether just take it to the basket, see which opportunity he had to use.
And Yates again sees where he needs to go, up and in, cruise control for Tyson Yates.
So Glenn took off St. Joe 52-36, top half of the fourth.
Keller goes to Zahner.
Both those teams undefeated?
I'd have to look. Zahner goes through. We're going to get a foul call, I believe, on the Trojans.
I know Glenn is.
Well, I tell you what, I'll take a look here since we got a moment.
So Cole Shively's going to pick up his second, team's fifth.
St. Joe is 6-4.
Ooh.
Shively McKinney will be done for the night in the final 2 minutes to go as Dante Workman will check in. Evan Briles, Jacob Pitney, Connor Large, and Kaden Graham now the 5. We saw Dante Workman, Evan Briles, Jacob Pitney have quite a game last night.
Yes, they did very well.
Oh, I was thinking of Mishawaka Marion being undefeated.
It's okay. We won't hold it against you.
Catholic schools.
Workman feeds up the floor to Jacob Pitney. Puts on the brakes, finds Kaden Graham, loses it. Evan Briles regains control up with the post move. Can't get it to go. Trying to get the rebound and does. Finds Kaden Graham. Graham reverse lay-in, can't get it to go. And now Herbert gets the rebound. Three-pointer from transition from Ortiz on the way, and Kaden Graham gets another rebound. Up the floor to Dante Workman. Workman goes up off the glass, can't get it to go, and Jalen King gets the rebound, tips it to Keller. Herbert. Trojan fans wanting to travel, and Herbert throws it. King bails him out. Like I say, you know, Culver, this is a team that they get to be able to put it together through an entire game. This is going to be a really tough team to keep an eye on. The sectional play. So Workman trying to work it underneath the basket. Jalen King takes it away as the final minute ticks away as the Trojans look to get us as Jalen King air balls from beyond the arc. So the Trojans will improve to 7-2 and 2-0 in the conference. Culver will fall to 3-8 and 1-3 in the conference play. The Trojans will have another conference game under their belt, but it keeps getting postponed.
Yes.
That one goes out of bounds off Connor Large.
Yeah, that Winamac game just keeps getting shoved and shoved. And
if it gets put off a third time, I don't think we're playing.
Yeah, it's going to be tight to get it back into the schedule.
But, you know, it's just part of it. It's just the way things are right now. You know, it's hard to get things scheduled.
Well, like Brian Lemler said there the other night, depends on how the Trojans fare.
Dante Workman goes off the glass for that one.
They could have a Friday night game, a Saturday night game next week, and then have the Winamac game on the following Monday, and then home Tuesday with Elkhart Christian. So
it's only one practice in between all those, right? Is that what he said? No practice.
No practice because you have that Sunday.
That's right. Pizer loses it out of bounds on the rebound, and 6.2. He's trying to just inbound it here and run out the clock as they'll win here, 60-34. Like I said, they'll improve. So Triton, like I said, Gavin, they did those adjustments, putting up 16 points in that third quarter and 19 points in the fourth. They got off slow, but the adjustments really proved well for them here tonight.
It did. Did a really good job playing down low in the second half. Limited their turnovers and did a really good job turning defense into offense, taking it down fast.
So Kenny pushed the stats over. Boss man, am I doing interviews tonight since I didn't do them the other night?
Nah, let's go home.
Okay. You're the boss. I just do as I'm
We
told.
got to get rested up for next week.
Exactly. I want to take a nap. Well, when I left, let Tyson drive. I mean, we'd be all right. He knows what he's doing when he drives. Ask him that question when we get him up for another interview. So there you go.
All righty, for Trojans, was at the line quite a few times tonight, 10 of 13. Culver 6 of 10. 2 points, 9 of 33 for 8 of 19 for the Culver. And 3 points, 4 of 16 and 4 of 21. Free throws, 10 and 11. Now I do have to apologize, I did lose the graphic for the Culver. So get it read off here. Had it somewhere close. So Ortiz led their line with 9, Herbert with 8, King with 5, and also Zahner with 8, and Schumann and Keller with 2. For the Trojans, got that graphic, so it's still up here. Yates 17, Oviedo with 15, Johnson with 10, Shively with 9, Graham with 5, and McKinney and Workman each with 2.
Do you want to sign off? You want me to? Well, might as well, since you're standing up here and you didn't work during this game. All right. So that being said, Andy O'Hara alongside Gavin Greer, Kenny Barnhart, the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler.
Until next time, remember the Trojan way.